Michelle, we have done very part-time EC with lots of pauses since 3 months, but now at 2, I'm really ready to potty train. But when we talk about going to the potty, my son either A, gets excited to go, plays with toys, and does little to nothing. I thought he was grunting, but only pees. Or B, gets this shy, embarrassed demeanor. I'm worried I've somehow made going potty an embarrassing thing. He's showing the same attitude occasionally about other things. How do I proceed? The first thing, here comes a little tough love, Michelle. Sorry in advance. The first thing is stop talking about going to the potty. He's embarrassed because it's a social thing and it should be his own process at this point. And it's like things have probably been pretty inconsistent. So there's one thing about doing part-time EC consistently, and there's one thing about doing part-time EC, what I'll call in tomorrow's class, half-assed. And half-assed means you're all over the place, not consistent, because it's not a priority and you're really relying on the diaper as a toilet, not a backup, and it's really just not a priority for you. It doesn't mean that you're wrong or you did anything wrong, but other things were the priority for you, and I'm sure you're a great mom who has done a lot of the other things that were priorities perfectly. And we don't need to compare to see who's better at anything than each other. What you are where you're at, and you've done what you've done, and other things have taken priority over EC, and I get it. So now you're where you're at 2. You need to stop talking about potty training, period. He's getting embarrassed because you're putting too much focus on it, I'm assuming. He's showing the same attitude about other things occasionally as well, probably because you're being a little bit too, and here's the tough love part, a little bit too overbearing, maybe a little helicopterist, maybe a little hovering. And if this is not you, then I'm sorry, forgive me, because if you're sitting in front of me, then we could talk about it and you could tell me what a day in your life is like, and I would be like, oh, okay, this is probably why he's reacting that way. But just from face value, this is what I can say. And all you have to do to change that is just to give him a little bit more space and a little bit more autonomy, because he's really wanting that. And the other thing is wrap up EC. You're a very part-time EC, which again, I'm not blaming you and I'm not judging you about that. I'm just telling you that if you do this, then you get this result. What you're explaining is absolutely normal. What I would expect for very part-time EC to getting to ambivalence at 2 about wrapping it up. And I say, Michelle, go for it. You're ready to potty train, do it. Don't talk about it. And if you're following my book, it says, be brief. One of the 10 ways of being in the beginning of the book. You do not, if you overtalk it, it shows fear. It shows, it feels like pressure. It backfires every time. So you don't talk about it. We just go. And during the potty training process, it's very physical. And one of the 10 ways of being is be physical. This is a demonstrative kind of thing, not a talk about it till we're blue in the face kind of thing. And I know I'm really picking on you. And it's only because I want to see you have success, because I can see how much you want it. So go for it. Get the book if you don't have it. If you've already done the whole potty training thing and it backfired, then you just do it again from beginning to end. But it sounds like you haven't done it yet, and I think it's a good time to do it. So go ahead. Go ahead. We're all here rooting for you.